What started as a brunch date turned into the traffic murder case of Philadelphia rapper PNB Rock. The rapper, who was adorned in his icy jewelry on that fateful day, was robbed and killed while eating waffles with his girlfriend. While the world has come to understand the robbery, the question left hanging is, why was PNB Rock killed? Was this a personal issue due to rap beef or just some robbery gone south? Keep watching till the end of this video to see how PNB Rock was really killed. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. PNB Rock's killers. Almost 3 weeks after PNB Rock was shot and killed, the authorities seem to be making huge progress in investigating the case. On Wednesday, September 28th, the Los Angeles Police Department released a statement asking for the public's assistance in locating a man suspected of having been involved in Rock's assassination. The statement detailed the events that led to Rock's death. They wrote, "On Monday, September 12th, 2022, Rakim Allen, aka PNB Rock, arrived at a restaurant located at the 100th block of West Manchester Avenue with his girlfriend. As they were having lunch, a suspect entered the restaurant and approached Allen. The suspect shot Allen and removed some of his property. The suspect also demanded property from Allen's girlfriend. The authorities went on to place a name and even share a mugshot of the suspect that have masterminded PNB Rock's murder. The statement further read, "Freddie Lee Trone has been identified as being a person involved in the murder of Rakim Allen. He should be considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, you're urged to call 911 for immediate assistance." The authorities also revealed that a 17-year-old boy had already been taken into custody in connection with the shooting, and he has been identified as the son of Freddie Lee Trone, who is currently on the run. Insider sources also revealed that the son was the shooter, and Freddie drove the getaway car. However, they burned the getaway vehicle after they ditched it, and aside from that, they were already both at the restaurant's parking lot when Rock arrived with his girlfriend. Hence, that cancels the possibility that Rock was targeted because his girlfriend shared their location on her Instagram story. Freddie Lee Trone criminal records. Although he may just be a person of interest in Rock's murder case, the authorities are not putting Rock's murder past Freddie Lee Trone, especially with the lengthy criminal records the man has had over the years. When PNB Rock was shot and killed, Freddie was said to be out on probation after being convicted in February 2021. Freddie was arrested and charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. According to the court records, he was initially charged with 3 felonies, but prosecutors agreed to drop the illegal possession of a firearm in public and ammunition charges in exchange for the felon in possession of a firearm. He received a 3-year suspended sentence, 43 days of community service, and 2 days in jail. The probation period began last year, and it wouldn't surprise you that PNB Rock's murder isn't the first time Freddie violated this probation. Apparently, he was arrested in August of 2020 and charged with possession of a firearm in public along with ammunition. When Freddie was arrested that year, he was on 3 years probation for a July 2017 incident where he was convicted of driving a car recklessly and without regard for public safety. Prosecutors at that time dismissed driving under the influence charges as part of a plea. According to publicly available court records, Freddie's first arrest was dated in the year 2012, when he was convicted of assault by means likely to produce great bodily injury. He was given a 4-year prison sentence for the 2012 attack. First suspect in Rock's murder. The news of Rock's murder was a tragic hit on everyone in the rap community and out of it, and given the circumstances of the incident, with his girlfriend sharing their location, fans began pointing fingers at people PNB Rock had beef with before he died. One of the names to make the list was a Minneapolis-based videographer and media personality identified as Emmanuel Dankwa. Thankfully, the authorities could find the real perpetrators of this crime, because if they didn't, social media would have slowly pushed Emmanuel's name until he became a person of interest in the case. The Minnesota native was forced to come to social media to clear his name, after people started calling him out for being involved in Rock's death. Emmanuel, who also goes by the name Southside Chief, had a couple of Instagram live arguments with PNB Rock over an allegedly stolen shirt design. A couple of days after Rock was killed, several clips of his live video arguments with Emmanuel made their way to the YouTube channels, with these channels tilting the videos in a way that suggested Emmanuel as Rock's killer. Although there was no evidence or report linking him to the murder, these videos spread through various social media platforms, and in no time, this disagreement that happened almost a year ago was used to pin PNB Rock's death on Emmanuel Dankwa. Emmanuel, who couldn't bear the accusations, was forced to speak out publicly and clear his name off. According to Emmanuel, himself and PNB Rock were on cordial terms at the time of his death. He said, "I didn't have anything to do with it," during an interview on the Dre O Show YouTube account. "I wasn't there, I didn't make an OG phone call or anything." I bet you're wondering how big of an argument this must have been to make the media accuse Emmanuel of PNB Rock's death. It was a regular argument between PNB Rock and Emmanuel, with Emmanuel accusing Rock of stealing his designs, and Rock saying, "Give this man all the clout he want, he just reachin'." However, the argument stopped being regular after Emmanuel threatened PNB Rock that he would take his chain off his neck. To follow up with his threat, Dankwa further asked Rock,
"Where you at?"
In Atlanta.
"Where?"
At the end of the live session, Rock called him a bitch and logged off.
This is a bitch. You hear me?
Emmanuel said,
"Bitch, I'm gonna make you eat that."
it wasn't a surprise that fans began adding the numbers. PNB Rock funeral troubles. PNB Rock has finally been laid to rest, but just as painful as his death, his family had to go through some issues before they could lay him to rest. As tragic as PNB Rock's death was, the authorities put his family through more trouble when they tried to claim his body for proper funeral rites. Rock, who lived life as a Muslim, was expected to be buried under the Muslim funeral rites, which means he was to be buried the day he passed away or the day after. However, it didn't happen that way. Several days after the incident, PNB Rock's brother, PNB Mean, took to his Instagram to address the conflicts between the family and the medical examiner. "We've been having trouble getting my brother back to Philadelphia," PNB Mean wrote on Instagram. "The state of Los Angeles claiming they have some type of law going against ours as Muslims. Now I have no clue when his janazah. It's not right, yo. It's going on a week. Prayers up. I got you, bro, and your daughters." That's the end of today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more content. Thanks.